Have you ever met someone who thinks they're the next Steve Jobs, but their plan looks like it was written on a napkin at the bar? That person who walks into the office proudly announces a strategic revolution and then sends half the employees home with a satisfied smile. This video is dedicated to them, the office visionaries, the enlightened entrepreneurs who believe that chaos is synonymous with creativity. A visionary or a village of visions? There's a common idea in business. To succeed, you have to think outside the box. But some entrepreneurs seem to have lost sight of the whole picture. Enter the next Steve Jobs, who confuses visionary genius with inexplicable decisions. He fires the marketing team because word of mouth is the best advertising, shuts down manufacturing because less is more, and cuts customer support because real users find the answers themselves. Genius? Maybe. Madness? Definitely. There's nothing more visionary than cutting staff to save money, right? The problem is that they often forget to fire themselves. The company goes downhill, customers complain, but our Steve keeps repeating that it's part of the plan. Of course, there's always motivational quotes. Every great change starts with a little pain. You have to destroy to rebuild. This is not a crisis, it's a rebirth. It's a shame that the rebirth seems more like a funeral for the turnover. These entrepreneurs are masters of PowerPoint presentations. With complicated graphs and words like synergy, disruption, and unicorn, they manage to confuse anyone. They truly believe that using 15 slides with diagrams that not even an astrophysicist understands will keep employees motivated. But how do we intend to solve concrete problems? The answer is always, we are working. Focus on the future. And in the meantime, the present crumbles. Our Steve doesn't need anyone, or so he says. He fires the IT team and installs the software himself, which then doesn't work. He eliminates the sales department because great products sell themselves, and then is surprised when the phone stops ringing. He replaces the designers with a free program found online, and the company logo ends up looking like a grade school drawing. But beware of criticizing him. Any criticism is branded as resistance to change. The funniest part, these entrepreneurs have egos that could be seen from space. They compare themselves to the great names in history. They think they are revolutionaries, but in the meantime, they continue to make basic mistakes. When employees start complaining or leaving the company, they react with phrases like, "They were too weak for our vision. Only the best survive. I'm building something that people won't understand until 2030. Which translates to, I have no idea what I'm doing, but it sounds good. The truth is that Steve Jobs did not succeed because he was a rebel, but because he had a clear vision and an extraordinary team. Our Steve, on the other hand, uses rebellion as an excuse not to plan anything. Every decision is improvised, every idea is taken on the fly, and every failure is attributed to mysterious forces. Mercury retrograde, perhaps? The result? A company in ruins, exhausted employees, and angry customers. But our genius remains convinced that his moment of glory is just around the corner. He will probably end up writing a book called The Courage to Fail and Blame Others, and giving lectures on how to never give up, even when it would be better to do so. This video is an ironic tribute to all those leaders who believe they are the next great entrepreneurial mind, but in reality, they are just improvising. Let's laugh at them, but let's also remember to learn from their mistakes, because true genius is not in chaos, but in building something meaningful.